Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name's Emily Han. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And today I'm here with the Unpopular Opinions makeup tag. This one is, I feel like it's kind of an old tag. Like I feel like it's been around the block and it's been on my list for quite a while, but I just never done it. And I have the questions right in front of me. I haven't really thought about it. I've looked at these questions multiple times over the last year that I've had a channel, but I haven't really thought about it. So I'm just gonna try to answer off the cuff. We'll see how this goes. Also, my cat is eating food in the background. If you hear any crunch, crunch, crunch. The first question is popular makeup product you don't like. Not to like beat a dead horse, but Becca highlighters. Definitely beating a dead horse with that. They don't add that shine, that gleam to me the way that so many other highlighter brands do. Let's see. I also generally find like Urban Decay naked style eyeshadow formulas to be subpar. I haven't tried the honey palette, but I've over the years here and there I've tried some of the other ones and I don't get the hype. Question number 2, popular makeup product or brand that everyone else seems to hate but you love. I hope this is not kind of like taking the easy road, but I would say a product type that I've really grown to love that I feel like a lot of people still hate are glittery highlighters. Like, I'm literally wearing an eyeshadow on my face as a highlighter, and I know it's a very glittery style eyeshadow. Me a couple years ago, no, I would not have been into this, but me the last year or so, give it to me. Question number 3, makeup collab you didn't like or were not interested in. Oh, there's a lot, but I would say the one that really comes to my mind first is the Emily Noel Makeup Revolution collaboration. I swatched the big palette in an Ulta right when it was I don't know if it was right when it was launched, but it was the Ulta. I watched the girl obviously in that Ulta, I watched the staff set up the display. It was in some weird, I don't even remember where I was. I feel like I wasn't in New York, and so the palette had not been touched. I went in and swatched, I put my fingers in every color in that palette. No, hell to the fucking no. And then the face eye palette looked like play makeup. It looked like Barbie makeup. Yeah. Also everything that Jaclyn Hill and James Charles puts their hands on, but that, if you've been around, you kind of know my feelings on that. But yeah, the Emily Noel one. No. Question number 4, popular makeup step you never do. I don't prime, and I also don't usually wear traditional foundation. I'll wear a glowy base or a CC cream, but I don't typically wear a traditional foundation. I think priming though, face priming is probably the most. Actually, you know what? I also don't contour, and I don't bronze unless I really want to. When I'm doing these blush heavy looks, I'm not wearing any bronzer. So there's a few of them out there. I also don't curl my lashes. I don't think they need it. And even if they did, I think I'd be too lazy to do it. And those lash torture devices kind of scare me. Question number 5, popular beauty influencer you don't subscribe to or watch. And in parentheses, it says, this is hot, shady tea though, LOL. Well, besides any of the names I've already said in this video, the first one that comes to mind is Tati. Not for me at all. And then yeah, I don't subscribe to Emily Noel. I used to years ago. I don't anymore. James, Jaclyn, Pastel Skeletor, a lot of the really big beauty YouTubers. They might have been in my subscription box a couple years back, but they are no longer in there. Question number 6, popular makeup product or brand that you don't use or support anymore. I'm trying to think of what I have in my collection that I don't. So there's a difference between not using something and not supporting something. I feel like I don't use some of my palettes like ABH Subculture. I'm not an ABH stan. This is the revamped version and I don't really like it. And I don't use my Modern Renaissance anymore. I didn't think of some things though that I bought. You know, years ago, I did buy a liquid lipstick from Pastel Skeletor. That went bad. I liked it. I liked it at the time. And then I started to learn more about him, and then I think it went bad. And so I was like, okay, we're good here. We're not gonna, no, we're done. Washing our hands of that. I'm slowly kind of phasing through my Too Faced products. I haven't decluttered them, but I don't really like using them. They've been so messy that as a brand, I don't really enjoy using them, and I don't really want them in my collection. So there's a lot of people that I just never bought from. Again, all the Jaclyn Hill collabs I never bought. James Charles and Morphe I didn't buy. I don't actually have any Morphe palettes, which is kind of a shocker. I mean, it's a shocker that I didn't fall into the hype at some point in time. So that's why I'm like, I'm not saying those things not because I'm trying to hide anything. I just literally don't have them. And I don't support Stila and their bullshit glitter and glows anymore. But that's not really tea. That's just, I don't think the product is any good anymore. Question number 7, is makeup trend you have no interest in trying? I don't have any interest in shaming anybody for the makeup they're wearing. That's for sure. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but it's not, because I think that that's way too common of an occurrence to like just shame people because of what they do or don't want to put on their face. I think the trend that I'm just not interested in is the high maintenance no makeup. Like, we're gonna put on a lightweight tinted moisturizer and we're gonna conceal and we're gonna perfect our brows and we're gonna put on like a light dewy highlighter and maybe a cream blush and some kind of natural lip product, and maybe we do a little slight contour in the eye area. Here's my thing with that trend. I get joy from the process of putting on makeup, and I think it's because of the before and after, and it's because of the colors and the textures. And so often with these no makeup looks, there's not any playing with color, and if there is any like texture play, it's usually pretty dewy with maybe some texture or fluffiness in the brows. So it doesn't draw me in the way that getting into a blush or highlighter or eyeshadows or eyeliner or some kind of lip product do. So it's not for me. Question number 8, a makeup product that was better in theory than when you used it. Either it swatched better or worked better on others than on you. Again, I'm a broken record. Subculture palette, no thanks. And a lot of the Natasha Denona palettes that I've tried Sunset and I've tried Sunrise, and everyone else freaked out over them, and I just didn't see the hype. I tried them on my eyes, and I have my Natasha Denona Gold palette that I love, but this one was just like, both of them, like, some of the shimmers were pretty, a lot of them were not. Or okay, so Sunrise, which was the newer one, that's a smaller palette, I felt like the mattes in that were better, but the shimmers were kind of lackluster, and the shimmers in that palette were what I really wanted to like. Like, I wanted to like the textures of those. In the first one, the larger one that has the gold packaging, I felt like the shimmers in there are nice and the mattes are just kind of like meh, and it's all just a very neutral, warm, neutral color story, and it's just eh. And also liquid lipsticks as a whole, no, I know you all know that if you've been around, but yeah. Yeah, I think those are the ones. I'm trying to think of ones that like I was super excited by and then let down by. I mean, I also think that like for me, the matte Dose of Color eyeshadows, they're fine, but I felt like they were very, very hyped up, and then when I actually got them, I was like, they're fine. Like, they're okay, but they don't go to the top of my list in any way, shape, or form. I think that's all of the products off the top of my head that worked better for others, or it swatched better, or it worked better for others than for me. So it's a really fast little tag. I don't know how interesting it is because I don't know how repetitive my answers are compared to everything I talk about on this channel, but if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like the video, subscribe if you're interested in following along with my colorful shenanigans. Thank you for spending a bit of your day with me. Thank you to my patrons. You make every freaking day of my life just a little bit better, or a lot better. And feel free to find me over on Instagram and Twitter. My handle is nomnivorous. And otherwise, thank you for just spending a bit of your day with me. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye, friends.